dinger. Bing, bing, bing. Happy day, everybody. How are you doing? Today I was thinking about when you need an instant pick-me-up, right? And I'm not talking like a piggyback ride. I'm not talking about, when you're just sort of like laying on the ground and need help, like, I've fallen and I can't get up. Like, here. So there might be an issue when sometimes if you are, let's say you're trying to change your state and you're like way over here, and then that's what laughing does, right? And we've talked about that. So I want to give you another technique that you can use that can help with an instant pick-me-up. Hi, Janae, thanks. And I am going to show you today, I'm going to talk to you about smudge. So there's two different ways that I smudge in my life, okay? Smudge, I know it kind of sounds like when your dog like rubs its butt on the carpet. That's not what I'm talking about. Or like when you had like stuff on your face and your mom would like lick her thumb and then wipe it off. Oh my God, that was schmutz. That's not what we're talking about either. Smudge actually sounds like if you were to like smack the grudge out, right? Like if you're holding a grudge, smudge sounds like you're just smacking it right on out of there, which you kind of are, because it's going to release the negativity, release the stagnant energy in your space, okay? So it's going to be kind of like an instant pick-me-up. Like if you think of like, it's not instant noodles, right? And if you're smudging your noodle, that's a whole other video. So, what is smudging? So smudging is going to be when you actually burn an incense and then you are like smudging it, you're like wafting it around in your space, okay? And so there's some different smudge options that I wanted to show you today. There are loose smudge options. I know it sounds like a side effect of a pill at the end of a commercial. If you have loose smudge, please contact your emergency situation facility. No. So loose smudge comes in like it can come in a bag, and it kind of just looks like it's loose herbs. Sometimes you can use it, you can put it into like a shell. So I use mine in a shell. So I put the loose herb in the shell, and then I just light it. And then I take a feather, and I just like waft it around. Excuse me. So what I do is I start in all four corners of the room and then do around the doorway. And what it'll do is it'll grab that negative energy or the stagnant energy, like if you feel stuck or you're not moving or there's just negativity in your space, then you can just waft this around, and you want to let it just sit in there for a minute, and then you can open a window and just let it all come out. It's like doing a deep clean for your energy space, okay? The other option is sometimes it'll come in like a bundle, okay? It'll be bundled. It's actually loose, but it's tied in a bundle. And then this is already burnt, which does not look appropriate. But this is white sage. This is going to be sweetgrass. And so you can kind of just feel out what might work for you and how to get this, what might feel right for you. I wanted to show you too. One of the herbs, so one of the loose herbs that I use is called bone set herb. Bone set herb. Okay? See? It says bone set herb. And it's real loose. It's almost like real fine. And you have to keep lighting it. And then just kind of keep wafting it. So you want to you keep blowing on it, and then it'll stay lit, and then you can just keep like putting it out around. But I wanted to tell you what this one was for. It says it's used in treatment of colds, influenza, and sore throat, and relieves aches and pains. It helps reduce fever and helps the upper respiratory tract of mucus. You can also put this in teas, infusions, tonics, and sprinkling it around. So I want you to know there are different options, and people are like, oh, is this woo-woo? Is this, new agey? The thing is, churches use it, right? They waft their incense out there. So it's used in churches. So it's a spiritual cleansing, that's all. And so there's times where I feel stuck. I feel like things are holding me down. Or if I feel like somebody has attached to me, and even after I do a cord cutting, then I feel like, okay, let's get that out of there. Let's like cauterize this and get that away. Then you can just light your incense, okay? So even if you do a bundle, I still smudge it around, okay? So even if you just like this, okay, fire safety, right? And then you just want to like, you can still like just waft this out around in the room. I do the whole house. I do this probably a few times a week, actually. So if my neighbors think like Cheech and Chong live over here, it's not. I'm just smudging. And the point is, because a lot of times, if say we're walking through the grocery store, and if you're an empath, okay, and somebody is just had a loss, or somebody hasn't been feeling well, or say you're just a magnet for people's energy. If you just feel heavy, and because you're just a magnet for taking other people's stuff on, you can smudge yourself. Literally just light your smudge, and then you want to just do it all around. If you have somebody to help you, that would be ideal, but if not, just wave it around. You want to get all of you. So like put your arm out, go all the way down to your feet, and then, do your whole person. And it's really just to cleanse your energy palette there, right? So, yes, okay, I felt called to share that because somebody needed to hear it today, and I want this to benefit you. Where can you get this? Okay, that's a great question. Nobody asked. I wrote it on my sheet. But just in case you're wondering, like, where do you get Smudge? Where do you get the bundles? So you can find these at like a Whole Foods. You can find them at like a natural food store. I've seen them at the end caps there. Over on the side of the natural oils, they'll have it. You can go to like a metaphysical shop. You can also order online if you aren't comfortable with going into a store to do that. Now what I would do is look up different herbs for different things, or you can just punch in, what smudge is good for, and then fill in the blank, and then you can do that for your personal smudging needs. There are tons and tons of herbs that you can use to smudge with that can help you. So a lot of times, they use this in like tribal ceremonies and different medicinal purposes. Just like this one, I wanted to show you that you don't have to, it's not just for negative energy. You can use it for like if you aren't feeling well, and it can get in there and like just help cleanse that like respiratory area. Or if you just like, again, feel stagnant and like you just need a new like pick me up, a new cleanse. And if you're spring cleaning anyway, clean the energy in the house. Sometimes when you just get everything out and you're like, I don't know, it just feels kind of still a little bit heavy. And even though I've cleaned everything out, it still feels weird. And then you can just use that and smudge it out, okay? And if you do the loose smudge, this smudge is called deer tongue, which it's not actually deer tongue, that's just what it's called. It has a vanilla smell, and it's really, really good for communication. So anytime that before I do a class or a training, or even coming on here live, I will light just a little bit of that and then smudge it out. I also just let it burn in the room back here. So that's like, this is my whole smudging station back here. And so that has like a vanilla kind of smell. It's so, so good. I just want to add too, there are some rope smudges. So this one is like a cherry vanilla smudge. And just to cleanse that area. I just like how it smells. And then when people come over and they're like, oh, it feels so like nice and airy in here. Yeah, because I cleansed it out every you don't have to do it every day. I do it because I feel like I'm a magnet and like have a lot of stuff on. So I just do it all the time. And yeah, if you ever were to visit, you'll be like, whoa, smudgy. So I just wanted to share that with you today. Here's some $150 meditation drum to send you off and put some good little juju out there for you. And I hope you have an awesome, awesome day. Okay? I'll see you again tomorrow. Okay, bye.